Keys with flat accidentals have an inverse relationship to keys with sharp accidentals. First, let's review the scales with sharps as seen here. The strongest interval relationship is the perfect fifth to the tonic, as shown in video number 1 of this series titled Structures in the Foundation of Music. In the example seen here, we see the perfect fifth becomes the new tonic as the scales move up, with each new key adding a new sharp accidental. Starting at the top of the chart with the F sharp major scale and descending down to C, we see the perfect fourth becomes the tonic for the key below it, allowing us to descend through the keys back to C. This is where we consider the idea of inversions. Inversions are when we invert or change the order between notes. Start with the tonic C and its perfect fifth interval of G as seen here. With the C as the tonic, C to G is the perfect fifth. Or, if we invert the notes, we see the perfect fifth inverted with G on the bottom, G to C. With G as the tonic, G to C is a perfect fourth. The perfect fourth and perfect fifth inverted are inharmonic intervals. The ear hears these notes, C and G, as one structure, which would best represent the interval between C and G, the perfect fourth or perfect fifth. Looking to the Fibonacci series, we know the perfect fifth is the first interval to unfold other than the tonic. The ear hears both of these as perfect fifths, one in the root position and one in the inverted position. The root is the starting point or reference point of a chord. Roots and tonics serve the same function. The tonic pertains to scales, while the root pertains to chords. A visual reference of this reminds me of my youth, when as a child I would lay on the couch with my legs going up the backrest, putting my feet where my head would be, and my head where my feet should be. Seeing the room from the inverted perspective with the ceiling as the floor and the floor as the ceiling, this is what the ear does when the notes are inverted. It hears the structure of the perfect fifth upside down. With the major scale chart, the interval of the fifth ascends and the fourth, the inverted fifth, descends. Let's continue descending using the perfect fourth interval from the key of C. Starting on the C note and moving to the fourth degree, we arrive on the F note. Using the piano keyboard, we apply the whole and half steps of the major scale structure starting on the F note and see the following: F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E, and F. To honor the half steps between the third, fourth, seventh, and eighth degrees of the scale, the B note needs to be lowered to B flat. The difference between the C major and the F major scale is the accidental of B flat. Moving to the note that is the fourth of F, we apply the major scale structure to B flat and see the following. To honor the half steps between the third, fourth, seventh, and eighth degrees, the B note needs to be lowered to B flat, shared with the key of F, and E needs to be lowered to the new accidental of E flat. Starting on E flat, the fourth of B flat, we see that the E flat major scale adds a new accidental. The fourth of E flat is the A flat note, which becomes the A flat major scale. The fourth of A flat yields the D flat major scale. Likewise, the fourth of D flat yields the G flat major scale. Remember that each note needs to be represented in the scale. This gives the C flat note in the G flat major scale instead of the inharmonic note of B. This gives us the order of keys with flats as seen here: F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, and G flat. To aid with memorizing the keys with flats, we use a mnemonic phrase as follows: fun, bead, game. The first letter from the word fun, followed by each letter of the word bead, and lastly, the first letter of the word game. All the letters are flats with the exception of F being natural, as seen here. If asked what key has two flats, we use the phrase fun, bead, game, fun, F, bead, B flat. The answer would be B flat. What key has 5 flats? Fun, F, bead, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat. The answer would be D flat. Next, we need to memorize the order of flats in a key. The mnemonic device for this is BEAD Game Case. Using all the letters of the word bead with the first letters from the word game and case gives us the order of flats as they appear: B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, and C flat. What key has 3 flats? Using the phrase for keys, fun bead game, F, B flat, E flat. E flat has 3 flats. What are the flats in the key of E flat? Bead game case, B flat, E flat, and A flat. What key has 4 flats? Fun bead game, F, B flat, E flat, A flat. The answer is A flat. What are the flats in the key of A flat? Bead game case, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat. Now we can add the keys with flats to complete the major scale chart as seen here. The F sharp at the top of the chart and the G flat at the bottom of the chart are inharmonic keys. If we connect all the keys in a circle, we see the following. This gives us a key wheel with keys a fifth apart moving clockwise, each adding a sharp accidental. Keys a fourth apart, the inverted fifth, move counterclockwise with each adding a flat accidental. This key wheel connects all the major scales to one another. As the wheel turns, the neighboring key adds or deletes accidentals, sharing all but one note with its neighbor, eventually returning to the starting point of C. This is also referred to as the circle of fourths and the circle of fifths.